welcome to the show. It's Your Time with Kim Iverson. Yesterday, a big day. Of course, if you were like the one person who was in a cave, yesterday was when President Obama was inaugurated into the Oval Office. So now he is the official president of the United States. Dacia Scions, she is a native Austinite. She flew to Washington, D.C. She was there for the inauguration. She's on the line. She's our, we'll say, inauguration correspondent. So you went to the inauguration yesterday, and how did you manage to go to the inauguration? Like, what was your decision process, or did someone pay for your ticket, or how did that work?
No, you know what the deciding factor for me was that I had a friend that was going to be in D.C., and she's from there, and I'd heard that it was really difficult to get hotels, and once I had a place to stay secured, I just realized it would be really dumb of me to not take the opportunity.
And so to go.
I just decided to go. I had some business in New York anyway, so I flew to New York, and then I took a Chinatown bus to D.C.
That's right. The Chinatown bus is like $15, isn't it?
It's so inexpensive. It's so inexpensive. We left at like 7 in the morning from Chinatown. Then our bus broke down right outside of the Holland Tunnel on the Jersey Turnpike.
Oh, you're kidding me. Were you worried?
No, it was, I was too tired to be worried. I traveled the day before, and I hadn't slept much, and the vibe on the bus was incredible. Everybody was so happy and excited. I had these two crazy Australian women in front of me who offered me absinthe and offered to entertain us with Beyonce covers and Stevie Wonder covers.
That is funny. So when you finally started heading into D.C., what was the vibe?
There was just this incredible energy. You know, you could tell there were a ton of people everywhere. And there was just this insane sense of optimism and calmness. I was really surprised by that because, with as much chaos that can come from so many people being in one small area, I'm talking about like metros and streets and everyone was just so happy. It was just crazy.
So did you have to get tickets to the actual inauguration, or did you just show up like it's a parade?
Well, there were 275,000 tickets that were given out by congressmen. And so you could appeal to your local congressman for tickets, and it is pretty much up to them to decide how to disperse them. I didn't go that route. I really wanted to be on the mall with like the millions of other people that didn't have that type of access or whatever. And so we went to the mall. We actually I woke up at 5 a.m. and we decided not to go on the metro. So we took a bus, which ended up being a really good idea. And we walked from DuPont Circle to the mall and got pretty close. We're about 2 jumbotrons away from the Capitol.
Jeez.
And so many people, but it wasn't even cramped, like I expected to be like sardines and people pushing, and it just wasn't that vibe at all. Everybody was really respectful and very happy and smiling and emotional. People were crying, people were silent, people were just reflective, I think, a lot.
Yeah. So it was so when you saw Obama speak, was it just, what was the feeling?
Well, my favorite part was that he stumbled over the oath. I thought that was so humanizing because he's so poised all the time, you know, and I kept wondering what was going through his head.
He's probably nervous.
And just feeling like, wow, this is, I think, this is probably the most people that have ever cared or attended an inauguration,
Yeah.
And to cause such a stir and have all these, while we were out there waiting in the mall, in the freezing cold for like 5 hours before the inauguration actually began, they were playing, the live concert that they did Sunday with Bono and Beyonce and Garth Brooks and, what must it feel like for all of these really important, talented people to feel like we got to do this and I'll be there, and I just felt like, what was he going through? And then when he stumbled over the oath, I felt like, okay, yeah, he's human, man. Like anyone would be nervous and feel a little overwhelmed, and then once his speech started, I think everyone was just enthralled. I cried a couple points throughout it. They showed the part where he spoke about having to sacrifice our liberties for security. I thought was really poignant, and at that moment, the jumbotron cameras panned the camera to W, and he looked really pissed off, and everyone in the crowd just cheered, like realizing that there was someone up there who we felt really represented our ideals, and that was really powerful. And then there were lots of tears and lots of hugs.
And were there any haters, Obama haters at all, or was everybody just a ball of love?
I think everybody was a ball of love. I didn't see any Obama haters.
That is so great. So are you just so glad you went?
I am.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until I laid down and was about to go to sleep that it hit me, and I realized how amazing and special it was and how fortunate I was to be there. And I'm really happy that I went. Yeah.
An absolute once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, Dacia.
Definitely.
That's pretty cool. All right, Dacia, well, you have a safe trip back, okay?